Alright, Friday. Technically the weekend, right? I'm gonna jump on Football Tactics and Glory World for a little while. I see the Creo team put out the update about the campaign options, which is pretty nice. I know people have been concerned about whether or not it makes the game too challenging at lower levels, but it's not that bad. You just have to remember that it is really an option really for the more experienced players, honestly. So like if you're still learning the game, it's not really something you'll want to use. But eventually you'll get to that point where it's really easy to counter what the opponent's going to do before the match even starts. So it spices it up a little bit. They did mention the other part of that option, which is to kind of restrict the changes that you can make on the field when it comes to formations. I don't really think that one's necessary. Like, I get what Kaz is saying when he says he doesn't see the point of having the formation hidden if you can still change your players and positions and stuff, but like the idea that you're going into a match and you don't really understand what's going to happen until you're actually in it, and then you have to spend substitutions or something to actually make adjustments if you really want to go all out like that. But it's nice to have the options. I like that it's split up. And it should change how you approach the game if you've been playing for a while, definitely. And then it's not like all the information's hidden. Yeah, but that's really about their new update. It's nice to see them get that out there. I'm just going to be playing through as per usual. This is really the time when I get a chance to play. Part of it's for the whole feedback process, the whole beta testing process, but a big part of it's just me enjoying the game, you know? That's why we play games, because they're fun, because they have something that draws us towards them and keeps us playing. No, let's see. I'm going to be playing through the campaign that I have in progress, Scotland, if you're familiar with it. Testing out Scotland's bonus. Until we get more footballing cultures, I'll probably stick with this, because Europe is really the hotbed of cultures right now. And then when we get more cultures, I'll try some other nations, why not? And we'll see how those bonuses feel. Yeah, but I'm just seeing where I left off here. This guy has a yellow card. And I think the transfer market is open. It's closed, right? Yeah, it's closed, February. So if I remember correctly, I have this contract goal in place here, promote in the next 4 years. It's year number 2. If I can see that. And I think this year is just building up the squad to get them ready for the run at promotion next year. So let's see what we got here. I think it was the younger players. Looks like we're good. The older guys are there. I also have somebody out on loan. I don't think Gilmore has been used all that often because he's in the second league. So that didn't pay off, but McAllister and McPhee have been getting play. And I can check that here. I really like this screen, the fact that it gives you the entire history of the player. So like from their very first game when you started your career or your campaign to where they are right now. So you can see he's had quite a few, he's been jumping around the place, right? So they kind of show the loan period. So his is pretty long because he started on this team, then I bought him for that price. Not a whole lot. This is way back in the campaign earlier on. And then I kind of just sent him out to those teams, so it kind of shows what's been going on. And he's not getting a ton of experience, but he is getting specialization points. I wanted to make him an AM, so like a CF AM hybrid isn't bad. And I might have been doing the same thing with McAllister, if I remember correctly, or he might have been a winger. They're playing him like in the CF spot as well. It's also nice that you can actually look at the team and see what they're actually doing. So I'm not going to be able to see their formation because it's a campaign option. That's the same campaign option that Creo Team just shared on Steam. It applies across the entire game, so you can't see it here and pretty much anywhere really. You can only see it in game, but I can still kind of see what they're doing with my players. You know, obviously they're playing them at the front in the front 3. So it looks like they want them for the accuracy. I'm not sure if it's helped them all that much though, because this team's not very good. I can go and check that as well. Amateur League. It hasn't really helped them. unfortunately, but you know, my guys are getting some play there. Yeah, but let's go ahead and continue here. As per usual, I'll be breaking it up into chapters. I'm going to see if I can actually record it in a way that makes chapter breakup easier. So it's really just ABC. Because Creo Team does actually check these things out and do with it as they will. Yeah, but let's go ahead and get into the next game. This is a Prestige Cup. Prestige Cup is good. That's perfect. That's a perfect training ground. I know I can really start putting in my B team and start getting these players up and running. Again, formation is hidden. That's a campaign option I chose because I've been playing this game for a really long time. And once you've been playing it for that long, you can pretty much win on this screen because of all the information that you have, so I like hiding it. It's also a hot seat option. I think I originally suggested it because hot seat also has this option where you're playing with another user. You know, you'll set up your formation and they can't see it, and then they'll set up their formation and you can't see it. So I thought, why not make it a game option? And then, you know, Creo Team actually found the time to try it out. You know, we got like an updated version of it where we can actually restrict the formation changes as well. But, you know, you start off with the base here. And I'm just thinking about it. I see they have a 5-2-3, which is pretty standard in this game, honestly. Pretty defensive. They have 3 CDs and 2 DFs, which is also pretty standard. I think anywhere from like 4 to 5 is like the standard number of defenders in this game. I've been doing a flat 3, just to try something new, to be more aggressive, more of a front pressing style of play. It's been working. You know, just to kind of mix things up, it has been working out. So that was a good call. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting these guys up and running. Let's see. This is gonna be a training game, so I'm going to want guys who can actually get some benefit out of training, right? I also want to avoid losing players to injuries, which is another big thing I need to be aware of. Because it's very easy to take a player into something like a small time match, and then he gets injured for like a month or 2, and then that impacts him when the matches really matter. So it helps to kind of mix it up a little bit. So someone like McNee probably wouldn't be on my starting roster. I might actually bench him, honestly. And I have a few greens here. Who gets the ball first? They get the ball first. They actually have solid attackers. I'm not gonna lie. They have some decent guys at the back here. So maybe... I do want to keep playing you though. So maybe I actually want to play someone with the potential to score. They have a goalkeeper with 55. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Who am I going to start it off with? Rowan and McKay. We're going to keep McKay there. He's almost a midfielder anyway. 8. Instead of Rowan, we'll do Atkins, just so we have some type of some options up here. I think that will be good enough. That seems like it's all right. I may actually play him up here as well, just so I can play the ball forward. But yeah, the opposing formation is hidden, but you can still kind of see what they're going to play based on the positions over here. So also I like the fact that it's color coded, so it makes it pretty easy to see where players are. You know, the blue zone is going to be this zone, yellow zone is going to be in the middle, red zone is going to be at the front. You can kind of tell where these players are going to be positioned. And then obviously certain players have to play in certain positions, so the DM has to play in this spot, the defenders have to play back here because they're blue, not so much because they're defenders. And then the forwards are in the red zone, so they're playing up there. You know, if they had a forward in the midfield, it would look like this. We have him in the yellow zone or the blue zone, so it's still color coded that way. The only difference is that you can't see where the players are actually placed. You kind of have to prepare for that. Yeah, but this is more of a training game for me. I can also look at what the president expects. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a manager, right? You know, I'm a combination of the coach and the recruiter. I'm not the actual owner of the club. And this is what they expect over here. This is a satisfactory performance that will allow me to keep my job, and this is the unacceptable performance. And this is year 2, so I have time. Of course, if you hit unacceptable at any point, that's it. You know, they're going to be unhappy. You're going to be penalized by that amount. You can always see the amount. satisfactory end main goal or at the end of the duration, right? For Cause and Creole Team, it might be useful to show the amount of time remaining up here on current contract. You do have room for it to the right hand side, so maybe like current contract, 2 years remaining or something. Or you could do like 2 years to show that it's 2 years into the contract, or you could say like 2 or 4 or something. Whatever you want to say, just to kind of show it. So if it says 4 years total, you know, I'm in the second year right now, it should probably say 2 or 4 or something. Not sure how you would actually display that, but that could be useful, just a quality of life thing. Jump into the match. I'm actually going to look at the formation here because I'm making specific changes to this match. Again, if you want to see what the opponent's fielding, you can just click that button and it will show you. Of course, there's a glory cost. That's supposed to kind of, that's supposed to simulate the idea that you're doing all of the scouting and researching on the team before the game starts. So there's a cost associated with that when it comes to your personnel. Yeah, but generally it's going to cost more for those bigger matches. So if this is, for example, I don't know, if it was a Prestige Cup Finals and it was a really big team that I was facing off against, this would be really expensive. Obviously, as you go up in the leagues, if this was a Premier League, this would be really expensive in comparison. So you are kind of encouraged to actually use the information you have and make a decision based on that, as opposed to constantly analyzing the opponent. But you can if you really feel like you need to. I haven't felt the need to do it yet, just because I understand exactly what's going on with the setting. Yeah, then obviously when the match starts, you can see what they're fielding. So obviously I knew that they had 5 defenders. I didn't know that they had this. I didn't know that this was their method of defending. I didn't know that. I knew that they had 3 at the front. I knew that they had 2 in the midfield. So I knew all of that. I just didn't know where they were positioned. And I'll actually make the choices based on this information, right? So they're going to play the ball forward. They're going to get it first. Our DM's not really a defending DM. He's going to try to break through, even though he didn't. That wasn't the worst choice, because now he kind of split up my defense here, so it's going to force me to make a play. Going to go ahead and get the ball, though. They do have a DM, though. Yeah, this DM's more of a, what's the word? He's more of a pass-oriented DM. Hold the ball up at the back, and then make a play later on. I'm trying to find a good choice. I can pass it to Atkins. They do have the DM here, so I probably want to play it forward. What I can also do is I can run the flank. And then obviously they get minus 70 to tackling. So this guy is guaranteed to lose. These guys are going to have reduced chance to tackle. You're going to see it's 19 for him, but then he's also a CD, so he's going to tackle normally based on where I show up. So the best choice would probably be to move it as far as I can. Maybe even down here, because he's a DM, he's probably going to win the ball. But we'll take it out to the edge. Yeah, he'll win it. He's 91. That's a given. That's perfectly fine. Because now he has to play it forward. He should really hold the ball. He doesn't. I'm just going to take it away from him. We'll do that, sure. Now, the one problem here is the fact that these guys have nutmeg. That's going to be an issue. So I need to be aware of that. They're also CF, so I need to be careful there. I could set up an offside trap, but it is kind of a long play. So instead, I'm going to, let's see. If he gets the ball, he's going to go for nutmeg. I'm going to move it forward just to make it harder for him. Because he's going to win it, but now he has to lob it. Oh, he's just gonna do that, huh? Okay, holding it smart. I'll see if I can win the ball again. Before that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to swap positions just in case I fail. I'm going to take the ball. Try to take the ball. We got it. Trying to figure out who's going to get it here. Let's see. He has 62. I'll probably give it to him. Now that we have the 2 CDs side by side, I'm not as worried about nutmeg. They can still win, but they'll have to deal with one of the CDs regardless. So I'll give it to him. He's a forward. Why not? Really should have given it to him to get him some experience. Now, are they going to pass it to him? Yeah, it's a good choice. That's a solid choice. They're going to get a direct shot on goal. It's a good try. Yeah, that's just a trade-off, though. You know, I move that CD over there. I take him out of position. Now they have a better opportunity to score. Let's see. Let's go with your 60. We'll do you, and we'll do you. Oh, okay. We still have that bug where it plays the animation before the actions are taken. So remember, it's a beta. Stuff like that's gonna happen. Like, I generally show this off as it is now because Creo Team literally asked me to do it, so they don't mind it as much. Generally, as long as you're aware that it's a work in progress, I don't think it's a huge deal. You'll always have a few people who get up in arms about it, but for the most part, I think most people are pretty reasonable about it. Okay. So I guess that only happens when it hits the goalkeeper, right? So I guess a note for Creo Team again, it looks like that bug only shows up when the ball actually hits the goalkeeper. Otherwise, it seems to play out the animations as you'd expect. So maybe that might be the next thing that needs tweaking. Let's see, that's 68. All right, so let's see if we can get a goal here because it is going to take a little bit of effort. I could cross the ball. Thinking about it. Also need to be aware of these guys because of a nutmeg. Everybody has nutmeg too, so that makes it tough. Yeah, so I feel like that's the best choice. I could also play him kind of closer in. I mean, they have a DM, but I don't really care about the DM. Trying to think here. Scarf hasn't gotten any play yet either. Let me think about this. I could actually take a shot on goal. That might actually be a good choice, thinking it through. What if we took a shot on goal? What if we put Deans here? What if we did that? We'll leave Hansen in for now. Why not? And I wouldn't mind if Deans became a CM, so I'm going to put him there. Atkins. Let's take out Atkins. And let's go with Kelman. Why not? What are you doing? Your Scarf. We'll put you there. And then we'll put him down there just so we still have some type of midfield presence. In fact, I may actually put him right here, but then that's going to happen. Not the end of the world, though. I could still pass it through if I really wanted to. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. And then Scarf can get some experience. Maybe McKay instead, 44. Alright, we'll do that. And then Kellerman has a decent chance to actually hit the goalkeeper from here. Let's see if we can make that work. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Sure. Yeah, we're just going to pass it through. A lot of different ways to beat the DM. You know, DMs are pretty scary when you're just learning the game, but they have a lot of weaknesses. It's the fact that they need to actually intercept the ball on the ground. So it's like that's their primary role. Once you've gotten around that, you have to take their secondary role into consideration, which is the fact that they're really good tacklers, mainly. Yeah, but it's really easy to play past them. Like right now, he's weak because there's no way he can win the ball. You know, his defense is 9, my passing is 44. I'm using Decreased Plus, which is a new RNG option, which bases their minimum rolls based on their potential or their giftedness. So he's giftedness 0. He can roll as low as 1. I'm giftedness, what is he? Giftedness 2, so I can roll no lower than like 20% of 44. So I'll never roll lower than 9, which is the most that he can roll, which is why you see weak. So it's guaranteed to work. And then we'll get it through, and then he'll also pass the ball. And we'll take a shot with Kelman. I mean, he's an AM. He does have a decent opportunity to at least hit the goalkeeper. Since he's an AM, he gets a reduced penalty to shooting from range, which is why it's 25% instead of 50, which is why I chose him in the first place. Only problem is the fact that this guy is also going to run over there because he's a DF. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot. If I can at least get it into the box, I think it's a win. We'll take that, that's fine. That's gonna force them to do something like that, take a risk, which is what we want. Which is the whole point of the front facing defense. What are you gonna do? You have to move, yep. Okay, we're gonna try to take the ball. Should be able to. He's also from Belgium, so he gets active defense, which gives him a boost to tackling. 30%, well, really good for a universal forward, or like any class that can move pretty far. So we'll take the ball and we'll move with it, I think. And the whole goal now is to get the ball into their half and take another shot. So I know he's probably going to win the ball, but it's going to take him a while to get it. Now he's going to have to make a play. He's in a really bad spot. He might have to pass it, yep. That's actually a solid choice. Yeah, but now you see that wasn't the greatest choice for them. Now I have the opportunity to actually win it outright. 20 versus 20 is pretty much just a 50-50 roll. If I look at our giftedness, I'm giftedness level 2, he's giftedness 0. So I actually have the advantage in this challenge because I'm just a better player. You know, he can roll as low as 1. I'll never roll lower than 20% of 20, which is... what is that? That's easy math. That's 4, isn't it? Pretty sure. Anyway, I'm just going to go for the tackle. Yeah, we won. And that kind of forced him to make a bad play. I'm thinking about the corner now. I can go for the corner, or I can actually force them to tackle. Again, I can look at their giftedness to figure out what their minimum roll is going to be. In this case, it doesn't really make sense to hold the ball. I'm going to fight for the corner here. We're going to get it, and I'm going to try to score from this situation. Now I'm thinking about actually scoring. They've made some adjustments. They took out the DM. They have another DM. He's also kind of a path-oriented DM. Let's see what we're going to do here. Head play. I think in this case I bring in Forrester, so we're going to go ahead and take out McKay. He's gotten his training in. So good job, McKay. You've done your job. We're going to take you out. We're going to put Forrester in. We're going to put you there. We're also going to put Kelman there. Let's go ahead and take out Deans. Let's see, yeah, Deans, you've done enough as well. Let's go ahead and do... Not sure. It's a good question. Who do I do instead of Deans? Not sure. Maybe I'll leave Deans. No, I need to take him out. Let's do Scarf up here. Let's move you back there. Thinking about it. We're also trying to score here, right? So we might want to take you out for someone with control, maybe. Thinking about it. Could go for you, I guess. Like, I don't need it to be as front-loaded as it currently is at this point. So I'll probably do that. And then who's going to fight for the ball? Who's going to pass it is the next question. A good question. I might actually want to undo one of these. Let's undo you. And let's see, let's take you out instead. Yeah, we'll take you out. And then we'll pass with McKay. And then we'll use these two for the corner. 1, 2, 3, right? And then that should be good enough. Let's do it. So we have to fight for position, right? They have a CD. The CD is going to be the biggest problem. We'll start with McKay. McKay will pass. And then we'll do Forrester. Forrester could make it happen. Thinking about it. If I pass to Forrester, he could actually slide tackle and get back in. Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll do Forrester there. And then we'll do, let's see, probably you here, just to kind of give him some relief. Yeah, they're going to go for him. Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay. So we'll try to get it through. He's there. He's there. Yeah, that's actually fine. Okay, that's not great, but that's not the end of the world because he has slide tackle, because he's from England. Solid opportunity. He also kept his position in the box. You know, he's also on the edge of the box, so he has a good opportunity to just cross it through. He could also take the shot, but this is a better choice, I think. 25 versus 8. He's also there. Not sure why he's here. He does have head play, but can he actually get in the way? He's behind me. Maybe? I don't know. We're going to try it. 25 versus 8. Yeah, he can get in the way because he's actually attacking it. Okay. So it's basically just attacking the ball, but in reverse. That makes sense. Alright, so that's actually pretty interesting. Mercer. Mercer's going to be a problem, though, because Mercer is motivated. So we might need to change how we do this. Thinking about it. Use McKay again. Mercer is going to be a big deal, for sure. Thinking about it. Yeah, it can't be you, can it? I could put Forrester here, maybe. Let's do you here. Actually, let's do you here. Yeah, and then we'll do you here, right? Now, if you can keep position again, we can go for this one more time. Very, very good. Oh, he got it through. That's even better. Now we can take a direct shot on goal. 46 is the best opportunity, but in this case, you know, yeah, that's a huge, huge chance. 46 is probably better. Especially since all these guys are now motivated, right? So the opportunity for me to actually do this again is pretty low. I'm just going to take the shot. Yeah, we didn't score, though. That's the only problem. Good try, though. Like, I would have gone for the power shot again, but all of these guys are motivated. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. He's going to go for it. That's a good try. I like it. He probably would have lost the ball, but that was a nice try. Because if he kept the ball there, and that auto tackle didn't work out, he would have had an opportunity to nutmeg again. But of course, we have the CDs. That's a draw against an amateur league team. But that was a training game, right? I'm not really worried about the Prestige Cup. That happened. We got Masters. Okay, Scarf got some experience. Good. And then I think McKay is now a midfielder. Yep, very good. What am I going to do with him? It depends on the skill that he learns, honestly. He might make a solid center midfielder slash attacking midfielder hybrid. And then I could actually play him to press higher up on the field. It might actually be a good idea. It depends on his skill, though. If he gets layoff pass or slide tackle, he'd be good in that position. Layoff pass is probably the best choice. Huh. You know what I want to try? I want to try nutmeg plus planning ahead. I want to see how that looks. He doesn't have the control for it, though. But could I stack planning ahead with nutmeg and get 200% passing on a single action? Plus another 30% if I wanted to actually make him a CM. Or like plus, or get that reduction to stopping passes as an AM. That's an interesting idea, especially as a CM. He just needs control for this to work, though. Oh. Choices. Again, because of the footballing culture, I can make these types of choices. I'm going to go nutmeg, especially since it's maximum propensity, which means he's going to learn it faster than the other one. And I'm going to try that. Maybe I can give him like 50 passing, which is more than enough for a Scottish player, even at like the second league or first league. And then maybe give him some control. And maybe I'll make him a CM. It's interesting. If I make him an AM, he can also play on the wing, though. So it really depends on what I want. Oh. Damn coaster. Alright, let's jump into another game. Yeah, let's actually win this game. Like, I know I'm training it up, but I'd also like to proceed. The further I get, the more rewards I get, right? Okay, you got long pass. Long pass is always good. Not the best defensive ability, though. Like, the fact that I have so many guys with long pass back here is concerning. It's better on a fullback, for sure. Not so much a, what do you call it? CD. Yeah, much better on a fullback, but he's actually an RD, which is a huge deal. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. I want him to be an LD as well, because he can be an RD instead. I'm actually going to start this up. I know what they have in the center, though, so I'm going to want to be a bit wary about it. But I can also care less, honestly. I can actually do this. I don't need to worry about Nutmeg going through here. It's more so over here. We have options. I think we get the ball first this time, although we do have a normal match. And then he's suspended because he's been a dirty player, I guess. Yellow cards. We have a normal match, a league match rather. 10th place team. We're sitting pretty right now. You know, we're just trying to avoid relegation, so it's not the end of the world if we don't make the top 6, although we're pretty close. I'm not pushing for promotion this season. I'm kind of just avoiding relegation. This is still pretty good. It's a good sign of where my team is at right now in terms of the ranking. You gotta sit down though. You guys are tired because of that last match, but we can play McNee. Let's see, they get the ball first. What are they fielding? Oh look, Iceland. It's gonna be a lot of fun when all of these countries have their own culture. Like, I know Creo Team's working on it. They have so many things to work on, but I do know they have like a tally of different cultures for these countries. And it's going to be fun when all these countries have their own culture, because it makes a huge difference. Like, that alone makes this game so much different than Manager's Journey. And then you add everything else on top of it. Now, let's see, they got 5-2-3. Just thinking about the strategies that they can employ. Obviously, they have long pass, so I'm not playing anybody in my box. They have a left wing forward, which means he's going to be over here. It's also raining, which is going to make it more difficult for them to play the ball forward. Let's see what else we got going on. They do have a solid attack though. Niven looks pretty good. Masters is going to be a DF. For now, I think I'm going to play him instead. They do have Moray, so I need to be worried about that. And then Brand looks like he's a 3-star player because I can't see him. You know, new to this game as well as the idea of recruiting. Or having scouts, rather. What do they call them? I'm trying to remember the name. Agent, there you go. Thinking about something else. Yeah, new to this game is the idea of having hiring agents. And they can actually scout. So they'll be able to scout out the other team and let you know what they're fielding. But they have to have a certain level. So for example, my average scout's level 1. So I can see level 1 up to level 1 players for free. Or 1-star players for free. Giftedness 1. And then I've actually hired agents to allow me to see 2-star. That way I can actually see what I'm playing against a bit more easily. And then of course, if there's anything I can't see, they're going to be higher than a 2-star player. So this guy is a 3-star at least, which means he's going to be really dangerous. At least for this level of play. Let's see what else they have. And then everybody else is pretty standard. They do have 5 at the back. It looks like they have a fullback. Midfield isn't that scary, other than maybe the left midfielder. You know, I'm not playing anybody in the box, so I kind of shut down both of these players. This guy can still pull someone out of position, though. And then they have fullbacks. And then they have the goalkeeper back there. Alright, so we have the defense. Let's set up an offense. Why not? They have the right wing they have the right fullback. So I probably can't play on that over there. He also has 31 defense, so that's going to be a problem. Let's see what else we got going on. Hansen, what about McKay? McKay's looking good, but we're not going to play him on the wing. Maybe we'll start it off like that. Scarf, you can actually take a break. It might be time for Lindsay. Like a level 1 Rainbow Feint's not great, but it's also not terrible. I mean, I don't mind going for it. So I might actually do you instead, and I'll do Kelman to start. I don't know about McKay, though. And everyone else is pretty tired because of that last game. Now, the one thing I need to avoid is another injury, right? We don't want that to happen. So I already lost him for a while, so maybe I'll play Kinley instead. Like, these guys are tired, so I don't want to play them at all. So maybe we'll play Kinley. We'll go up the middle. Why not? And then they have 2 DFs and 2 CDs. So I guess we'll start like this. I mean, it's also raining, so it's going to be a little more difficult for them to play the ball forward, especially if I put him right here. Could also put the older guy up there and try to stop it, but I don't know. I feel like I need him back there. So that's left, that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of backloaded, but these guys do have really good movement. I can also play him up there and then get an early long pass off. That might be a good idea too. Yeah, they actually both have long pass, so maybe I'll do that. And then maybe we'll run the flank, because that might actually make more sense. Get the counterattack going. Alright, let's do it. Let's see how this first turn looks. Let's see what we got. It's raining. I always check the formation first to see what they're fielding. Ooh, as we knew, they would actually have the forward there, the wing forward, and we knew the center forward would be a problem. They do have a gap though. So if I had a CF, I could actually exploit that. So maybe next half I'll do that. Yeah, I'm just wondering about this. He might be able to win the ball. It's possible. We'll find out. Nope, couldn't do it. Now he's gonna do his thing. Okay, that's a foul to kind of cut off the cross. That's fine. That's where you want your CDs to foul. You want them fouling right here at the back. That's the perfect place. Now we need to actually play for the free kick, which is going to be a tough ask, honestly. We can go ahead and do that. I have a feeling they're going to pass the ball up. Are they just going to do that? Okay. Yeah, but they're going to shoot with him. They might even go for a rainbow feint. No, they won't. Not with him, the fullback there. If the fullback wasn't there, they might have tried it, but that's fine. Okay, we'll do that. I'm just taking a look at how things are going. I can actually take a shot with Hansen if I line it up properly. Yes, they get the first goal. That's to be expected, honestly. Taking a look at what we got going on here. I could take a shot with you. Could also just run the flank. Let's do this. Let's actually start bringing it forward now. I should be able to run the flank. I'm not sure if I'll be able to shoot, though. That's the only problem. Maybe not. We'll find out. Let's find out. Yeah, we're just going to do that. I can run the flank and get past him pretty easily. Yeah, but he's going to be right there. So he's probably still going to try to stop the shot. He won the ball. Didn't even get that far, I guess. Ooh, layoff pass. I wonder what they're going to go for. He has long pass, but who are you going to pass it to? It's a good question. I'm actually going to get into the box right now. I'm not sure what you're going to do. Are you going to pass it? Yeah. What now, though? Pass it? Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, that was a good try. That was actually a solid try. Let's see if I can get the ball forward. There's so many guys in the way. Thinking about it. I mean, he can take a shot, sure. It's just going to be to beat that CD, I guess. Thinking about it. Okay, if I move you out of the way, maybe next turn I can do that. He's going to be offside if I do that, so I'm just going to move you forward. for the next turn. And I can play the ball in. I'm just going to shoot. Okay, we got it into the box at least. Force them to do something with it. They're going to go for the long pass, I imagine. Yeah, that's a solid choice. Ooh, that side's going to be a problem as well. Oh, they got it to the box? That's crazy. Gonna go ahead and play it up. Wonder if I want to try even risk it. Maybe not. Who has defense here? He has 18. Thinking about it. Let's see. See if I can draw a foul, maybe? Yeah, that's a decent amount of defense. Oh, I was hoping to get fouled. I think that's it. Oh, okay, we get another turn. Nice. That's perfect. So let's see. That's actually a solid opportunity. So he has planning ahead. You know, obviously 150%. Plus it's raining, so minus 40%, so it's really 110%, but it's still a lot, right? It's a lot of passing. That's going to give him an opportunity to just play it straight through. I'm going to loft it because you have all these different guys who can get in the way. Oh, he got to it though. It's unfortunate. It's a good try. Then I would have tried to go for the very low chance of success with the rainbow feint. Solid opportunity though, for sure. Let's see what we got here. Give me 1 second. Let's do a check. How's the weather look out there? It's not bad. I might be able to get a hike in a little later. Like, it does need to rain a bit more often. I've noticed a difference after like one evening of rain. Or like a few evenings of rain, really. So we need more of that, but ultimately it's rain, right? It does kind of screw up outdoor activity. But yeah, they got the goal, 1-0, that's fine. We do have the opportunity to bring it back. Okay, he has playing out. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Trying to think here. My guys are now good to go though, which is the main thing. So I can actually play him if I really want to. Can also play him, one of these guys. I might actually do that. Only problem is they're still slightly tired. So I'm hesitant to play them if I'm being honest, because they're still slightly out of it, right? They're still in a situation where they can easily get injured. And McNee's starting to get there as well, so I'm going to go ahead and make a change. Let's see, I could also run the flank. I might go for that again, honestly, but then he's going to be there. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. He's 26. Yeah, it's just risky because these guys are tired. This is where you have to make that choice. Is it worth it, you know? We got the CD there. We'll go ahead and leave him there. I might be willing to make a switch here and play him further up. I might be willing to do that. Yeah, we might do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. He does have layoff pass though, so I need to be careful. I could also play him further up if I really wanted to. Thinking about it, we might actually bring the offense out here. He does have long pass though, and he has layoff pass. That's an issue. I think we'll play it like that. Force him to play from the corner. So do this. Try to run it up. We got that. Ball's out of bounds. We'll take it. What I like about the ball being out of bounds here is the fact that they can't fight for it, because generally you have to be behind the ball. But I'm on the final row. That's actually a solid opportunity there as well. Thinking about it. They do have a CD. They do have that DF as well. Yeah, we have some options here. He's right there too. Let's do Hansen, and then let's do Kelman. Okay. Yeah, okay, so he's... Yeah, I didn't put him on the final row. That kind of opened him up for that. Right, so now we can fight for the ball. Because I put him on that row. We should be okay. Because he's from Germany, he gets the boost to control. I really should have put him back here, but, you know. I was thinking of a different play. Yeah, they're pressing. Oh, but he's there. What are you gonna do? Yeah, but now what are you gonna do? You can't stay there. You have to move. Yeah, he has to move. Okay. Is it gonna matter, though? It might. Oh, that sucks. Oof, that's a yellow card. Yep. Could be worse. Could be better. Could be worse. Now we'll actually bring him back, I think. I don't think I can because it's an indirect free kick, so I don't think I can bring him back. That's tough. That's really tough. Let's bring... Who do we have? Let's put Scarf in there. He's older, so I need to be very careful. And Scarf can play there. He's gonna go for the rainbow feint. Probably... Okay, just gonna shoot. Okay, that works too. I expected a rainbow feint to the right or the left first, but that also works. Oh look, they got a what do you call it? They got a sweeper in there. Huh. Okay. I mean, I can easily take a shot on goal, but will it pan out is the question. Let's see. Atkins is over there. I could potentially score a goal here. I'm just thinking about it. What does your defense look like? You have 31? You're also over there? Okay. Do I want to risk it, though, is the question. Not really. Okay, I know what I'm going to do here. 29, we're going to do you. Yeah, we have an opportunity for sure. Let's do Scarf. Scarf there is fine. Only problem is it's going to take some time to set up. My only issue. He's going to press, sure. And he also has solid defense, so he might win the ball. Yeah, that's the other problem. Okay, going for rainbow feint. Oh, he's going to shoot. Yeah, you have to shoot. That's annoying. We still have an opportunity, sure. Oh, I wanted to give it to him. 37 is a lot. Yeah, figured. Might be able to win it. Yeah. Yeah, that defense really did it. He's gonna shoot. Can't move. Why would you move? Well, I guess 37? I guess. Yeah. Could have gotten a single goal, but I needed to keep the ball right there. Also could have shot the ball and prayed, but that's generally not the way you want to play it. That's alright, we'll take that loss. Let's see what we got. Got some experience, always good. What is your passing? 53? And he's a 3-star player, that's fine. Let's see, 32 accuracy. Kind of a waste. Yeah, with long pass, that's definitely a waste. Although not necessarily. Like if I get it up to 40, he can make like a low effort, low chance power shot or something. Not low effort, low chance. So maybe it's not the worst thing. Yeah, but generally I'll go for dedication first, especially for the young players that have a lot of potential. Get their experience up as quickly as possible, especially while they're actively training a skill. I'm not really worried about the talent so much as I am the attributes. Then I'll probably get him to like 30 control, and then switch back to maybe passing, and then get him up to like 60, 70 passing, and once he's there, I'll just focus on control. Like even 53 might be good enough, honestly, or even 60, because that's what, 150% if I hold the ball with him. But yeah, it really depends on what I'm thinking. Yeah, but Scottish players don't need as much passing. Let's see, we lost to them. which isn't the end of the world. We're still in the middle of the table. Like, as long as we maintain position, it's fine. Then I think we're gonna have a Prestige Cup match. That's another training opportunity. I'm gonna change my approach for this match, though. I'm actually going to aim to score early, and then I'll actually train the players in the second half. Yeah, so we can try to secure a win, really. Because it said they're an amateur league team, but they have some third league tier players at least, if not second league. Some of those forwards are actually solid. They're really good. Let's see. Checking my news. See what's going on. Yeah, second prestige match right here. The first one was a draw. And of course I can see where they are in terms of the team. The Bucky FC, Amateur League. Yeah, they're probably used to be in the third league. I can check their history. Yeah, that's about right. They look more like a third league team. Yeah, they're definitely third league. Alright, so let's see. Let's actually aim to win this. So I know what they have, which is a big win. It looks like they have those 2-star players. It looks like my scouts finally run out, or my agents have run out. I generally do a month. It might help to do 2 this time. Yeah, I might do 2. I might also not bother because when the calendar jumps like that, it's actually using up time. So it might not be worth it. Let's see what they got. Okay, I remember this team. They have the DM. The DM is really good. I also remember people saying that you should be able to see the opponent since you've played them recently. It's also a situation where this guy made such an impact that I remember how good I remember what his skill level is. So it's like, even though I can't see it, I remember this guy with a menace, right? So I know how to approach it this time. Let's think about it. Let's actually try to get the win this time. These guys are actually fine. Let's play you there so we don't need to worry about it. They also have that going on, so we're gonna have to do that. I don't know where this guy is. That's gonna be an issue, but we'll do that. And we can do that for now. I don't think we need to play all these guys at the back yet. Make life a little harder for them. They're gonna have a CM somewhere. I'm trying to figure out where he's gonna be. That's a real issue. They'll probably bring you guys in. We'll play McKay there. Atkins can stay. We're gonna switch over to, let's see, to you. You're gonna be a much better play, much better call, I think. And then we can probably go Forrester. And then we just need somebody to press at the front. I really don't, well, he's back? Nice, he's back, okay. I was about to say I really don't like having this guy up there, but we're good. And then I'm thinking about Masters, right? Maybe we'll do Masters. Because I'm still thinking about training. At the same time, I'd like to win, but ultimately, still training. Let's actually do this instead. We'll do that, and we'll do Dean. And I think that's it. He's kind of in a weird spot, though, this guy. Don't know about this guy. Yeah, but that should work. Bring him inside a little more. Bring him inside as well. Trying to figure out where that CM's gonna be, because I don't know, honestly. I could also play someone here. If I'm really worried about it, I can just play someone there. And then it's no longer an issue, right? So I can do that too. Might actually do that now that I think about it. Let me think about it. CF. Yeah, let's play well, let's leave you there, honestly. Because I might want to play the ball in. And then again, I don't know what they're playing, right? So I'm just kind of making assumptions right now. Like last time they had guys kind of around the edge of the box. This time they might have them playing flat. I don't know. But I do know they have a DM. I do know he has like 92 defense, and I do know he's gonna be a threat, right? But yeah, 91 defense. Like, so I knew he was gonna be there, so I could prep for that. I couldn't prep for that because I didn't know what they were actually doing. But that's actually not bad if we're being honest. I could also lob it and just play directly to the front. I won't. There's no need. I can just do that. And I can do that. And then I'm going to pull him out of position just to kind of open it up. Kind of force him forward so it's open now. Then I'm just trying to hit the goalkeeper. Well, I couldn't even do that, unfortunately. Okay, he's going to go for the pass. Okay, that's a solid choice. He's going to nutmeg, is he? He's just going to shoot. Okay, smart. Better just to take the shot. Going to see if I can potentially get it through, because if I can do that... Yeah, that's great. Okay. Because I can potentially get it to him in one go. We'll try it. He got the ball. That sucks. It's alright. Let's see who's going to win the ball. I could go for a slide tackle. Unfortunate. We got the DF though. Yeah, so we got that press going. Good. Perfect. Okay, what now? You're going to take the ball. Well, now we've still got you. Now we're going to do a slide tackle. Thinking about it. Yeah. What's the play? He's in the way, so I can't long pass even if I wanted to. They do have a CD. They have a bunch of CDs, actually. Huh. I could take the shot. Thinking about it. Could also just shoot from here. I can move him there first. I think we're going to do that. Because they don't have DFs. And then I do that to kind of take the DM out of the equation. He can't do anything. And then I can take a straight shot on goal. Huh. I do like the opportunity to score off the corner kick here. I'm actually going to go for a power shot. Just in case. Like, the precision shot is a higher opportunity shot, but the thing is, if it misses, you lose possession. With a power shot, you have a chance to get it back at least and get a corner kick. I like the potential corner kick opportunity here. Thinking about it, let's see. We got 23, 22, 37. He's going to be the biggest problem. All right, so let's see. Let's do, who's going to pass it? McNee's going to pass it, right? And then, I could potentially go for a cannon shot. Let's do you here. And then let's do you here just in case the things don't work out. And then you can potentially win the ball back. Okay. Okay. You have to get it through. There we go. Nice. Now we're going to take the cannon shot. We could also take a precision shot, but cannon shot, if it fails, you potentially get another corner. Although the precision shot is the better choice, but again, you know, if it fails, you got to think about potential failure most of the time. Now that we got that going on, and now that I know where this forward is, since I know he's a more dangerous player, I can actually put my guy over there. Also going to play him back to make it a bit more difficult. Also going to play him back. Basically the coach is telling everyone to fall back. You know, take more of a defensive posture. So we're doing that. I'm going to go ahead and switch that up as well. There is an option that restricts the movements that you can make. So, you know, you can't really change spaces outright. Generally, you can only switch to spaces that you already hold. I'm not a huge fan of that one because it kind of feels like it restricts your coaching ability. You know, if you know anything about football, the coach will actually tell guys to move back and go forward, and they'll shout out specific instructions on the sideline. So it's not as static as you'd think. Like he can't change the formation on a whim, but he'll tell guys to make specific adjustments. That's a good chance, but his accuracy is not as good as this guy's, which is why I made that change a while ago. I do have a potential opportunity again. Trying to figure out how I can play it. Like, I can take a shot with you, I guess. It's gonna be like, what, minus 35 instead of minus 70? I mean, I'll take it. That's just to kind of show you the power of AM. Like, even this isn't a bad shot from how, well, let me think about it. From how far out he is, this is not a bad shot at all. It's unlikely, because, I mean, all these other guys getting in the way, but, you know, just to let you know how strong AMs can be. It's crazy that he even hit the goalkeeper at all, from all the way out here, you know? Now, think about if that was a direct free kick, right? He gets plus 100 to shooting, plus 100% accuracy for that action. It could be really crazy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make the adjustment here since it's their kickoff. Try to make it as difficult as possible. Also going to take out Forrester because he's starting to feel the heat. So we're going to do that. Also going to play someone up here because you have to have at least one player at the front. Also going to take out this guy here because he's starting to get tired. It's no good if you lose a player due to fatigue and injury, so you're always going to be aware of that. And I think we'll be okay for now, right? I think we'll be all right. I could even play him over here instead, just to get the potential long pass, even though he has intercept, which might be an issue. Yeah, we got the first goal. We can potentially get another one. Just got to defend here. He's also motivated. Didn't get the ball. It's okay. They're going to shoot. Oh, they're going to try to dribble through. Okay, they're setting up for the next play. Not a bad option. Okay, we can get the ball through. Let's see. Yeah, he does have intercept, so it's only the one. Trying to think about options here. We're going to pull him out of position. Let's see. 37, 58. He's a CD, right? Why isn't he tackling? Oh, I see. I'm being silly because he's not moving, right? All right, that's fine. I'm going to get him closer to position here, just for the next play. And then I'm going to see if I can get it to the goalkeeper. Ooh, hold on, before I do that. I'm going to need to make that change. Yeah, we're going to make that change. Because they do have Nutmeg back there. I need to be ready. I don't mind losing the ball, but I definitely need to keep it up here. They have long pass. What are they going to do? They're just going to hold. I mean, I have the potential to win it. Especially with him. They're going to make the run. Make the run. Take the ball. Gotta love fullbacks. Probably going to win it, but that cost an action. That's fine. Okay, they're going to go for the long pass there. That's a good try. Absolutely a good try. They do have the DM. I can also, let's see, thinking about it. There are a few things I can do. Let me think. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I can just play it like that. Okay, we didn't get it through. That's fine. Because he has active defense, which gives him a boost to his tackle ability. So we're probably going to grab that. Trying to get a good shot on goal here. I'm going to lose it. That's fine. What are you going to do, though? You have to lob it. He has to lob it. Oh, okay. Or not, I guess. All right, sure. I mean, I'll get another shot on goal. I like how they made that change. I'm not sure if you saw that. They moved the forward out. That was actually pretty smart. I'm going to see if I can use up their turns here, their actions. Also get into position. Might be able to hit the goalkeeper. Maybe a power shot, probably a precision shot. Yeah, got a goal. We'll take it. Yeah, so 2-0 is about right against that team. Again, the front face pressing working out pretty well. Get the ball into their half, keep it there, force them to play around our guys and whatnot. And then kind of set up at the back just in case, because you never know when a counterattack will strike, but generally it's just playing it in their half. They're also really outmatched, so that also comes into the equation, doesn't it? Let's see what else we got. Okay, he's back. It's good to have him back, because he's actually a solid midfield facing defender, because he has throw-in, especially with this team. I think this is the only way you can make use of throw-in, is with a team that runs the flank a lot. So he's actually really useful for where he actually plays. Really needed him on the field for sure. Let's see, Prestige Cup. We'll do one more. I got off of work early, so I'm playing a little longer than I normally play. Yeah, but we can do one more. And then the sun is out. It looks like it might rain tomorrow, so I'll take advantage of it today. Yeah, but we're gonna go to the round of 16. And then of course, no expectations for the Prestige Cup. This is just a bonus. I also like the fact that you can see it. You can see I've gotten a little bit of a boost to the club management's mood, which is what determines whether or not you get a reputation increase, a reward here. And then you'll actually see it come up here as well, plus 10%. So it's possible to have like satisfactory performance in a contract year, but you still get rewarded depending on your achievements otherwise. So for example, it could be promote to the next league in 4 years, right? I could fail to promote, but I could win the Prestige Cup. I could do a bunch of other things and the management will still reward me. So I do like the fact that this game isn't binary. It's not like a do this thing and either you succeed or fail, which isn't really realistic anyway. Generally you'll fall somewhere in between, and then the game will actually take note of that. And sometimes it will reward you, sometimes it will just let you try again. If you're using the starter team, I think you're penalized less often, so they're more lenient by default, no matter what the difficulty is, the strictness is. But it's also dependent on the mood, right? All of that stuff is pretty neat. And then if you overachieve, you'll get a nice little bonus on top of that over there. That's pretty neat. Yeah, let's see. We got another match, which is why I didn't invest in the agents a while ago. I didn't hire any agents because I knew that I would have a bunch of days where I do nothing, and every day that passes is a day I'm not using an agent. I think generally when it comes to hiring agents, you're going to want to keep it within a league season, or like within an active window that you're getting a lot of matches in, as opposed to doing it in like the during the winter break or something, If it's going to rain again. Another cool thing that this game takes into consideration is the regional weather. So like you can see it's raining. We're in Europe. I think it's West Europe, Scotland, right? Yep. So it makes a lot of sense that we're going to have rainy conditions. Sometimes it will snow depending on the seasons. If you're in like a hot climate, it will probably never snow at all, because that's how it works in real life. And then all of those different weather effects do have an impact on the game. It's not like it's not just fluff. Like a lot of games will have like it's snowing, but it doesn't really matter. Like when it's snowing and it's raining, it makes a difference. When it's really hot, there are literal differences that you can check right here. So like passing's less effective and the likelihood of fouls is increased. So that kind of changes how you approach the game tactically. That stuff is pretty cool. It's also been in there since like the base game existed, but it's still cool to see. Yeah, let's do one more. They're doing a 6-2-2, which is pretty heavy. They do have a player from Belgium and a player from Germany in the forward position. They also have a few players back here that I can't see. They also have 2 fullbacks, so they're pretty loaded here. Huh. Yeah, so I mean they have 6, but they have a nice spread out 6. They can easily turn this into like what, a 4-4-2, just based on the fullbacks, which is why I like fullbacks a lot. They also seem to enjoy fullbacks too. Can't blame them. Let's see. I'd like a left fullback, but training that right now is tough. Like, he's really the best option. And then he should really be going into the RD spot, but it's really hard sometimes. So maybe we'll just play here, do a training game, why not? So we'll do McKay, he'll be a center midfielder eventually, we'll do him. They get the ball first. Let's see, they have a central forward, they're going to be playing somewhere up here. He's the biggest threat, so we're going to go ahead and put him over there. We're going to put him over there since he has higher defense. We're going to play him here since we're starting in a defensive posture. They have fullback, so I'm going to need to be aware of that. I'm actually going to spend the money on the agent here, on the scout. I'll do 1 month. It's basically just for this set of games, so that's fine. Because I want to see what their fullbacks offer, what these other defenders offer. 62-43, okay. It's going to be tough to take the ball from him, so I'm going to need him up here. I don't even need him, I need him. I might need both of them, actually. And then the goalkeeper is not great, if we're being honest, that's good. I might actually play both of these guys up here. It's a bit of a risk, though. I also want to get Scarf some experience as well. What I don't like about this is the fact that it's not as spread out as I'd like, right? So I might actually switch this up as well. McNee does need to get trained, so does McKay, so maybe we'll do that. And then maybe I won't play him yet, because it's early. It is still early. So maybe we'll take you out. And we'll do Atkins instead. And then we'll play him there. Alright, let's see what they got. I really want to play Scarf though, but for the first half I don't think so. And then we'll put Masters there, just because we're still training. So Masters is going to be there. I'm trying to make him a universal defender to replace him, because he's kind of out of it now. Good thing is these guys seem young, because they don't have a skill yet. Oh, they just don't have a skill. Huh. So not young, just wasted their life. Not training, I guess. Okay, sure. I can live with that, not complaining. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what they're actually fielding. They also have a right wing midfielder. He's gonna be over there. Trying to think. They have a CF as well, so maybe I'll put him here just to kind of make it harder for the wing midfielder. Just in case he's over here. It's going to be harder to cross in the rain from out here. And then get into the game. Let's see. It is raining, of course. I'm going to take a look at what they have. This is what I expected based on their defenders. Expected a flat 5 with a player inside. Also kind of set up for this just in case. Yeah, set up for that too, so all of that looks good. We'll see what they do. They're gonna try to pass through to him, didn't work. Ooh, knockdown, that's not bad. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna go for. They have a CD there. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pass the ball. Pass the ball there. Right? They don't have another CD. I'm gonna shoot because I want him to get the ball. That's perfect. Oh, he's in the way though. And he's a CD. That's going to give him a better shot because he has slide tackle. So he's like the second striker. Set up that. And now he gets a better shot on goal. We're going to take precision shot. Just because that's the best opportunity. Good try. And now we're going to start the whole forward press. They have a fullback. Well, they're going to go with him. Slide tackle. Okay. That's an okay choice, I guess. Oh yeah, that's the best choice. That's a better choice. Now I need to actually win the ball here. Now what do I do? Do I try to win it with you or do I just bring him out? Probably just bring him out. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's see. DF, he's gonna have a lot of control though. We're gonna give it to him. Problem now is we're out of position. Yeah, he had really high control. Ooh, that sucks. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay. Thought he was injured. Would have been bad. What are you guys gonna do? You guys don't have a DF though. Huh. Okay, well. We're gonna use McKay. We're gonna put McKay over here. We're gonna put you over there. And just in case, I'm gonna put you... Let's see, I'm gonna put you up here. And I was gonna go for the cannon shot. We got the goal, very good. Starting off with the pressure. So far, so good. I also know where they are, but I'm not gonna make a change. Okay, they're gonna play it over there this time. It's not a bad choice. And the reason why they did that is because intercepting on adjacent tiles is harder for the defender, if I remember correctly. So if they passed through him, it would have been the same old 44. I'm going to play it forward. It's starting to get dangerous for him. You can see he's starting to get tired, but he'll be okay for now. Slide tackle. Okay, we kept it. Oh no, just win the ball. Okay, thank you. Jeez, that would have been the worst. A motivated slide tackle from behind when the defender is tired. It's the absolute worst situation, worst case scenario you can ask for. It's a terrible situation to be in. Let me think about this. What is their defense? He's gonna come out. So who are they gonna play? Probably Hopkins. Oh, they can play either one. It's gonna be a problem. Thinking about it. Let's see. We can run the flank. Don't want to take him out yet, though. Want to keep him in. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it. Might run the flank with you. That'd be a good choice. And then I might just try to hold it up at the back. Or maybe we'll do that. Let's see what sub they're going to make, because they're going to make a sub. Yeah, okay, they're going for another CM. He has long pass. I don't care. Long pass is irrelevant right now. The fact that they didn't do a DM is huge, though. I'm surprised they didn't go for it. Running the flank against him. I should really go to the other side, though, shouldn't I? I should. That's a tough one. Thinking about it. Alright, let's just play it like this. Nobody has slide tackle, so I'm not as worried. I'm literally just gonna hold the ball. Make it hard for them to win it. I have like 84 control now. Fouls are more likely though. Yeah, that's fine. What are you guys gonna do? Okay, that's a choice, I guess. We're gonna shoot with him. I don't expect it to get very far, that's fine. We're gonna do the same thing again. Gonna get a better opportunity on goal. Couldn't hit the goalkeeper, but again, we've kind of split the line already. Okay, you're gonna run the flank, that's smart. So you're gonna run it again? Yeah, it's smart. Okay, I'm gonna need to make a play here. I mean, I have a play. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a perfect play. He would have to move first, which he might do. Let me think about this. Yeah, and then we'll try to get that going. Yeah, what is he gonna do? Okay, that's also a choice. That's not a bad choice. That's probably the best choice they can make. Yeah, it's not gonna be a great opportunity though. Solid. I mean, I respect it. He has, let's see, he has 8. And we also have a fullback, so it's pretty much guaranteed because he's pressing. Does it show up? It does. The one is red, so I can see it. Okay, even if I roll a 1, it's guaranteed. In that case, I'm still giving feedback here. And I'm going to mark the feedback specifically. Because I think it makes sense to show weak in that situation. Similar to the way you handle the challenges. Like if I'm passing against somebody and I can't possibly lose, maybe weak would make sense there. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I know that's how it normally works, but that might be an interesting idea. Just to kind of show that it's impossible to lose. I'm trying to get the ball through. Man, he's so tired though. Do I risk this? I don't know. No. But he is also a forward. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want him to keep possession. What are you gonna go for? Are you gonna pass it? Yeah, that's the best choice. Yeah, it's fine. As expected. Let's get the last game out of the way. I know I said that would be the last one. 6 shots is a lot. Jeez. Like, at least 2 of those shots were really, really solid chances, so it could have been 3-0, but that's a lot of shots. And then obviously one of those shots scored. So I'd say out of those 6 shots, 4 were probably decent opportunities, maybe 3, 4. Yeah, but especially with that center forward from England, getting slide tackle for free has made a huge difference. And then let's see, we got coaching abilities. Every 2 scout upgrade. The length of the watch list, that's actually huge. Yeah, for Kaz again. And again, I'm gonna bookmark these specifically. I think the verbiage is players as opposed to elements. The length of the watch list is increased by 3 players since we're talking about football. Like elements is more generalized. Like it's something you would use if it's like what is it? I guess, you know, like a more generalized approach to grouping things. So you probably want to change that to players. It makes more sense for the type of game or subject this is. But it's a small thing. In my case, I'm going to choose this because, you know, different countries are really important now. This game now has footballing cultures. Footballing cultures bring their own benefits and abilities. So for me, it makes way more sense to invest in this as opposed to this. Especially since there are other ways to increase the watch list, I believe, in terms of just upgrading your scouting infrastructure. This is also nice though, because if you didn't want to really invest in your scouting infrastructure, you could just choose the ability. That's actually pretty cool. But I am kind of focused more on the cultures, taking advantage of the new mechanics. I'm going to do that. And then that kind of works to combine with my scouting infrastructure to give me more opportunities to look in other countries for specific player types. And then it also just opens up other transfer market lists, you know, that's a big thing. So by default, you can only check your country's transfer markets in terms of the First League and the Premier League and all of that stuff. But if you want to look at other countries' lists, you have to actually have you have to have a number of scouts invested to actually gain access in the first place. If that makes sense. Like, I'll show it off in a minute because it probably doesn't, but when you see it, it might make a little more sense. This guy has pretty much leveled himself as far as he's gonna go. He's also young, so I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna go for level 2 here just because he's not learning anything. And then I'm probably gonna go, let's see, for him, since he has a scoring ability, I might go talent just to get him an additional level. He'd go from 8 to 10 in terms of his potential. Well, 8 to 11, it's +3 in this campaign. That makes sense for him. And then he doesn't need a whole lot of control to be useful on the flank. He has enough passing because he's from Scotland. He's gonna have like, he's gonna have over 100 passing if he holds the ball. That's not a problem. He's a Scottish player. But the control is really gonna be the kicker for him. So if he can get at least 30 control and play it from the very back, then maybe he might be able to take on that role. Big maybe though. Yeah, but he also has a scoring ability, so it makes sense. He's not really going to be passing all that often. He does have that ability if I need it, but he's more about shots on the flank. And then yeah, I was going to show this off just because I mentioned it a while ago. Yeah, so when we talk about the international international transfer list, right? If you go to the transfer tab, and you go to international transfer. It's closed now, but by default, you can't access this unless you have a certain number of scouts invested in your scouting infrastructure, or a certain amount of stars in your scouting infrastructure. So if I go to the club and I go to the scout center, you need a certain number of scouts before this opens up. So every star is 2 scouts, right? So basically I have 4 scouts right now. So with that coaching bonus, that coaching ability, that means I'm going to be able to open up 2 different international lists, which is going to be really useful because that's going to give me access to different types of players I wouldn't normally have access to. In fact, if I remember correctly, when I got the first one, because I think I had a bonus that allowed me to open it up when I had at least 3 scouts, or like every 3 scouts allows me to open up a transfer list from another country. That actually allowed me to go to England. And then when I went to England, I went to England because of aggressive physicality. And that's where I found Forrester. So that allowed me to grab Forrester. If I wanted a specific player that does a specific thing, I could do it again. For example, if I wanted a really strong winger, for example, like I need a fullback, I need a left wing fullback right now. Maybe I'll go to Ukraine and I'll get a flank mastery fullback or something. And then they'll have a specific bonus that other players don't have. Other players from other countries don't have. That's a really useful ability because it allows you to really take advantage of the different footballing cultures. Obviously you lose out on other things, but I'm also kind of focused on scouts this campaign in terms of my coaching abilities. It's really just going to be scouts and what else? That's pretty much it. Scouts and management, keeping management happy, and then occasionally I'll grab something else. But you have all sorts of things you can grab depending on the type of coach that you want to train. You can do the motivational coach over here who gives a boost to the footballers on match day. You can do the training focus coach, which focuses on getting the most out of training off the field. You can do youth work, which is about building up players that coming through the youth program. You can have more of a health conscious coach, which kind of helps players avoid injuries and speed up their recovery. You can have the political coach here, which is about making management happy, and you get different boosts for that. And then you can be the transfer market coach, which is about making the best use of the transfer market that you can. So I'm focusing on this. You see I have that. Cheaper footballers, able to send scouts out to international countries more often. And then I also have this creation of the International Agent Network, which is interesting in its own right. Just reading it here. Right. And then this is interesting because it allows me to hire agents in other countries, and that will allow me to get information on those players. So similar to your national scouts in terms of viewing players. You need to have a certain level of scouts in order to see certain types of information. So I can see up to level 2 right now, which is why I can see all of these different players. That ability is going to give me the opportunity to look at international teams in a similar way. So I can go to International Agent Network, then I can kind of start doing that, right? I can hire agents for these different countries. I also like the fact that it tells you exactly how it works on the right-hand side. This is pretty important because it's a pretty complicated process. So it helps to have all that information there as well. Of course, there's going to be a cost, as you'd expect. Let's see. Yeah, so I was talking about Ukraine, right? Maybe I want a Ukrainian fullback because they do have a specific ability, flank mastery. They'd be really good in that situation. And then you have all these different countries that have all their unique abilities. As the game gets fleshed out more and more, as it gets closer to completion, you'll get different footballing cultures depending on the nation that you select. I'm gonna go Ukraine right now. 20 glory is not a whole, it's a decent bit, but I'll go ahead and go for it. I'll do that. And now I'll receive information about all footballers from this country with a maximum of my agent's level, which is 1 star. Which is useful, right? Because without that, I wouldn't be able to see them at all. So if I remember correctly, I can go to, let's see, if I remember how this works. Go to countries. Go to Ukraine, go to the tables. And I think it's Premier League only, so I'm not really going to see anybody, right? Well, here we go. I can see these guys, right? So I have access to these players now. Whereas before, I don't have scouts that are of this level, so I can't see these players at all. But now I can start kind of looking at these players. The fact that I can look at these players means I can actually make an offer to buy them. In this game, if you can't see the information for a player, you can't make an offer, which is fair. You can't just go to a team and say, give me your player I know nothing about, and make a request. We'll also tell you, but right now the transfer window is closed. Yeah, but a lot of stuff going on in this game. It's Ukraine. Ukraine's not a very strong footballing nation, so I can understand why they have one-star players in the Premier League. It makes sense. That still matters. Ultimately, countries do have varying strength when it comes to their footballing programs. The obvious candidates for strong programs are going to be like European countries, South American countries, the big South American countries, maybe the United States. I have my doubts about that, but it's generally Europe. So they're going to have the stronger players, and then obviously the country ranking and the country position are going to play a role in that. Because there are also national tournaments in this game on the international level. So for example, Ukraine would play off against Scotland, and the Netherlands would play off against Portugal and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's a good way to determine the strength of a specific country. And then you can make choices based on that. Obviously, weaker players are also going to cost less than more powerful players, which makes sense. So this guy is a 1-star player. Asking to buy him is going to cost me less than buying like a 4-star player from this league. He's also a solid 1-star player. He's not bad. He's also old, so that makes sense. Yeah, but I'll take a look at this next time. Yeah, but it's really interesting to see how the footballing cultures have impacted the international stage when it comes to scouting and whatnot in the transfer market. Really cool stuff. I also like the fact that you can be any type of coach that you want. So for example, if I didn't care about the international market at all and I wanted to focus on the youth team, the youth network or the youth program, I could do that. I know a lot of people like to invest in the youth program as well. That makes a whole lot of sense. If you just wanted to focus on training, you can be a training focused coach. You can be a motivator. You can be shouting at the team to get it together. Or this is what, a derby match or something. You got to be on your A game and it actually has an impact on the field. It's all really cool stuff. That's all from Manager's Journey, but this game is also kind of beefing it up a little bit more. You get new abilities that kind of fit in with the new mechanics. That's actually pretty neat. Yeah, but I'm going to run because it's been about an hour and a half. A little longer than I'd normally do it, but I got off early today, so I figured why not. Surprisingly, I didn't have to drink as much water as I normally do. That's not bad. Think about streaming it, it's like constant activity. Because if you're not constantly saying something, it's basically just watching someone play a game. Which can be nice if, depending on the game, if it's like an esports sort of thing or a really talented player, that's fine, but it can be really difficult to keep it going sometimes, but, practice, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to run, and then I'm going to put this into chapters. I'm really just going to do it based on the way I did the last video. That way it's a little easier to get through. Of course, I'll be focusing on the bugs as well, because that's the main reason for this in the first place, is to give Creo Team feedback. Cause if you want me to put the videos out there, here you go. It's funny because I was kind of just putting it out there in private, and he was literally like, why are you not sharing it with the community? Stop it. Put it out there for everybody to see. And I was like, okay, well, I gotta run. I'm starting to ramble.